Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Going Guitar, and it's a very cool song here from Royel Otis. It's called If Our Love Is Dead. I believe that's the first time here on Going Guitar. Royel Otis, welcome. And yeah, If Our Love Is Dead, we're going to look into this one. And we are going clean here, no need for any capo here. Why? Because we're going to use bar chords. And if you watch the music video, of course, they're playing on electric guitars. And they look different than my guitar, so yeah, I have options for playing these chords. I cannot go as high up as they can, so we're gonna get the different chords on different places here, or actually more of the E chord. That is what we're gonna replace with the different place on the fretboard. Anyway, enough of chit chat, let's go into this song. And like I mentioned, we're gonna use bar chords, but actually it's more of a power chord because we don't have to play on the higher strings down here. We're just gonna chew on the bass strings, so therefore we don't have to bar anything. We just go with the power grips. All right, so let's go into it. And yeah, we're gonna use the B first, and that is to play like this. We are on the 7th fret here on E string, and then you're gonna play 9 on the A and 9 on D. And these strings are basically what you're gonna use. Right, that's the B. Then we have the C sharp minor. You just move the same grip 2 frets towards you into your body like this, and you're gonna land with the 9th fret here on the E string, 11th on A, and 11th on D. And then we have the E. If we had an electric guitar, it would be no problems to go up here. Now it is, because I have my little guitar body in my way here, so I'm gonna go with this E, okay? So that would be to play the open E string. It doesn't hurt, because that is actually E notes, of course. And then you're gonna continue with 7th on A, 9 on D, and 9 on G. Okay, so that's the E. But we also have an option to go E down here, and depending on where we are in this song, it could actually be more handy to go with this E. I think I showed you that in the introduction tutorial when I played this E as well, because we were down here and playing. So that's the standard E, and that goes open E, 2nd A, 2nd D, 1st G, and yeah, open B, open E. Even if you don't want to go down here, you're just gonna chew, like I said, on the bass strings mostly. Okay, that's the E, 2 variations of it. Then we have the G sharp. We're gonna continue with the power chords or grips. So that will be 4th on E, 6 on A, and 6 on D. And then we have the A. We're just gonna use that once. All right, so that's the 5th E. It's the 7th A and 7th D. And then finally we have the F sharp. And that's a 2nd E, 4th A, and 4th D. And there we have all the chords needed, I believe, to handle If Our Love Is Dead. So you can see sometimes they are playing just chewing downs, downs, downs. And imagine 4 downs is kind of 1 strumming around, so to speak. So it will be like this. That was 2 strumming rounds, 8 fast downs. You can do that, but we're not gonna teach in that way because we want to breathe in between and not kill our wrist too much. So we're going to use the down up technique instead, and that is also used in this song. So you can go either way. I'm going to teach with the down up so you can relax a little bit more. So one string around will be down up like this. All right, so we're ready for a song, and let's go into the first verse. So we're going to play B, 2 string rounds, then C sharp 2, and then E4. These 3 chords, consider that as one chord progression. You're going to play that first for 5 rounds, okay? We're not done with the verse yet, but 5 rounds with B2, C sharp 2, and E4. Let's go for a couple rounds. That was 3 rounds. And you're going to play 5 rounds in this first verse. And then on the 6th round, you're going to play B2, C sharp 2, and E3 only. And then jump up to this F sharp and play 1. Okay, so like this. Okay, and that is the end of the first verse. Okay, since you're up here now, and you're gonna start with E as the next chord in the chorus, maybe you want to go with this E, okay? So there you have the possibilities to go and play a chord that is very close to it. So the chords now starts with E, 4 string rounds, then G sharp 1, F sharp 1. You're gonna play like this for 4 rounds. We're not done yet with the chords there, but anyway, 4 rounds of E4, G1, F1, like this. That was 2 rounds. You play for 4 rounds. And then in the 5th round, you're going to play E3 and F sharp 1. And that is the end of the chorus. All right. So there you have it. And of course, if you want to go with this E and F sharp, you can bounce back and forth in any way you want to. I just give you the options to have the E up here. All right. So anyway, that's the first chorus. And after that one comes an instrumental part, which is the B2, C sharp 2, and E4. In the same way as you played the start of the verse. 1 round of that. And then you go into the second round of everything, the second verse. Okay. So that is played almost in the exact same way. You're going to play the B2, the C sharp 2, and E4, but now only for 4 rounds, okay? So you played 5 rounds in the first round, now you're going to play 4 rounds of it. And then you have the 5th round now in this same way, the B2, C sharp 2, and the E3 and F sharp 1, okay? So that is the first verse. Only difference there is 1 round less with the B, C sharp, E parts. And then we have the second chorus, okay? So you're gonna play the E4, G sharp 1, and F sharp 1 for 4 rounds in the same way as you played the first chorus. The only difference here is the last 4th round when you play the F sharp, instead of playing that chord, you go now up to the A chord instead. So instead of playing the E, 4, then G sharp, and then instead of going to the F sharp, you go up 1 step to this A step. So okay, that's the only difference there. And then the end part in the chorus, instead of playing E3 and F sharp 1, you have this a little bit longer part now. You're gonna play E2 and then F sharp 8, and then you're gonna play E1 down, okay, and a pause. So it's a little bit longer now because this second chorus will melt into the third chorus. That's the reason for it. It's kind of a bridge part in between the 2 choruses. So the end now of the second chorus was to play E2, F sharp 8, and then 1 down on E and a pause. And that pause builds up for the third and final chorus. And right now, since that melted into the third chorus, you're gonna play after the big pause of E. During that pause is where you should have played the E4 rounds. That pause eats up 3 of the first rounds. So you're just going to jump into the third chorus with E1, then G sharp 1 and F sharp 1. And then you continue in the same way as you did before with this same playing. E4, G sharp 1 and F1 for another 3 rounds only, because the first round is eaten up with this E1, G1, F sharp 1. Okay, so that is how you handle the third chorus. And then you have the ending of it, which is the E3 and F sharp 1 for 2 rounds instead. So just to summarize the third chorus, after you play the second finished, you're gonna go into play E1, G sharp 1 and F sharp 1. Then you're going to continue with 3 standard rounds with E4, G sharp 1 and F sharp 1. And then you have ending with E3 and F sharp 1 for 2 rounds. Okay? That's the end of third chorus. And then we have just the final parts left, and that is to play in the same way as you started. You have the B2 up here, the C sharp 2, and the E4. 2 rounds, so. And then you just end on 1 down on the B. And that's the end of this cool song from Royel Otis called If Our Love Is Dead. I hope it's not here between us, you and me. I hope it's still alive, and if I feel the same way for you, then you should subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate your support, guys. There, I work a lot to get the greatest, newest songs out there and tutorials on them. So yeah, really, if you can subscribe to this channel, give me a like on this one if you in fact enjoyed it, then I would be very, very happy. Thank you for support, guys, and until next time, play tuned.